show and got here, and they just were doing the press tour for the movie, and so I went to the premiere and realized, oh my gosh, this is a lot bigger than I thought. This is just not just a little kids show. This is like crazy. And so I felt a lot of pressure, and I was actually told in my contract if I wasn't accepted, I was going to be going back to Australia. So thank you for accepting.
They were good. They were getting ready.
But no, I think I was very sensitive to Amy Jo because this was her family, and she'd been on the show for a couple of years, and she had established this role, and so I was very sensitive to that, and I'm sure it was very awkward for her too. She was, even though she had chosen to leave, it was still hard for her. So yeah, I definitely think I felt a little more nervous maybe about taking it on, but also extremely grateful to be working and have the opportunity to move to another country and follow my dream.
Totally. Good question.
Next.
Man, it's been 26 years. I don't think any of us thought that we'd be here 26 years later. Like, it's crazy. I don't, when we got the show and we started filming, that first week when it aired, the producers were walking around talking to them like each other, like, and they were buzzing. It was like, what are they talking about? They're like, you guys have the #1 kids show. And we're like, that's awesome. They're telling us stuff that we didn't know about, like, you have a 56 share or something like that. So like, I don't know what the share was, but it was, what it meant was that we, all the age range of people that were watching the show, we gathered this share that was like the #1 share. Of all the other kids' shows, we had the biggest following. And that was kind of like, that's cool. It didn't really show in our pay, but it was like, hey, we got the #1 kids show, but we're still not driving nice cars.
Was it just in America when you guys first did it?
It started just in America. We took off, was it G.I. Joe that was on, or what was the show that was on?
X-Men.
X-Men. So we followed X-Men, which was then the #1 show, and then we became the #1 show. And, you know, it was amazing. I just know, I was walking down.
How many people can say that? We knocked X-Men off the air.
I know. It was amazing. I was walking down the beach with my cousin. This is before the show aired, and some kids ran up to me and said, "Oh my God, you're Black Ranger!" And I was like, "Yeah, I am, but how do you know the show's not even out yet? It comes out like in a couple of weeks." They're like, "I got your toy. I just got bought your toy yesterday. Your face is on the box." And I was like, I looked at my cousin. I was like, "I have a toy." And he's like, "I guess, you know, yeah, you got a toy. It's a doll. It's like a Black Ranger in the uniform, and your face is on the box." And I looked at my cousin and went, "I got a toy. My face is on the box." So the toys were selling out off the show before the show even came out, which probably should have been something that I should have looked at and went, I guess the dolls are going to be around for a while, you know? Like, so I think that's one of the things that's made the show so lasting for everybody is there's so much merchandise. There's so many things that you guys have acquired or will acquire. And I mean, you guys, I still find new stuff every day. I was in Brussels last week, Belgium. And we had fans there, and I saw stuff I'd never seen before. I was like, I've never seen this before, you know? So it's pretty cool, and it's amazing that we're still here 26 years later.
Amazing. Yes.
What was it like when you went back after certain episodes, like for Forever Red or the latest in Still? What was it like?
Well, Forever Red, I was actually in the fire department in the DC area, on the East Coast, and I was running 911 calls constantly, you know, middle of the night, middle of the day, didn't matter. So my life at that point, I had moved on. I was in college, I was bartending my way, paying my bills through college, you know, probably like the majority of people in the room. I was paying my way, and I didn't want student loans, you know, I wanted to pay. And I can't remember if they got me through email or phone call, but they reached out to me. They're like, how would you feel about coming back to do an episode with all the Red Rangers? And I was like, all the Red Rangers? Like, I knew about Steve and Jason Frank. Those are the only two Red Rangers I knew about. And I was like, all the Red Rangers? Like, how many have there been? Are you killing them off? What's going on? You know, I didn't understand that after we left the show, Salon chose to change the casts pretty quickly. In almost every season they did that. So it hadn't even crossed my mind. And then they dropped the bomb on me and they're like, well, actually there's been 11, but there's only going to be 10 in this episode. I was like, you killed 10? So they sent me a script and I read it over. And at the fire department, I mean, any firefighters, medics out there? Okay. So this is back in the day when hazing was still like breaking somebody in. You know, it wasn't hazing, it was, you're gonna earn your part. You know, do you have to go dumpster diving for your red hat? Good for you. Do you ever end up in a Stokes basket hanging off a 100-foot ladder getting hit with a hose? Let me tell you about getting hit with a 2 1/4-inch hose off a dump truck. It is. It'll remove the skin from your body. But anyway, so I was like, I can never tell my brothers here at the department because there will be no end to the crap I will get. As it was, they're like, Red Ranger, red truck, you know, I mean, I got it all the time. And so I went out and I met 10 Rangers, and I was only there for two days-ish. And it's not like we had a lot of time to sit down and powwow and talk. I mean, we were on set, we showed up, we nailed down our parts, and then we were out. But it was really interesting to me, having been the beginning, at least in every country outside of Japan, to come back and see how so many other Red Rangers had developed and how they had brought their own character, their own energy to what I had done. And in some cases it was written completely like Sutherland. He wasn't even technically a Ranger, but he is widely accepted. Like, his character wasn't written as a Ranger, but he's widely accepted as one of the greatest in the show. And so I loved meeting these guys and seeing what they were doing. And the rookie scene with the guy who had one sleeve, I can never remember it anymore. But I had a great time.
It was really fun to go back. I wish they'd done more with our characters. It was kind of a little bit of a flash, and that was it. But it was, one thing that's really cool is that no matter how young or how, like, as soon as you meet a Ranger, we all just become family with each other, and we've become so close. Like, Walt and I never worked together, but I met him when I was on the show. I'd just come on, and he was in Space Cases, I think. He was filming Space Cases at the time. But we just all have this camaraderie together. So meeting these newer kids that were my age when I was on the show, which was yesterday, 20. So it's a really fun thing to, and then they're so excited to meet us. But we're on their territory, so it's just different. It's really different. But I was very honored to go back and do that, and I know that the fans had asked for that, so it was fun.
Next.
It's always great when the new Rangers are like, I grew up watching you.
You're so happy to be here for you.
Were all your dance moves choreographed? Did you do like choreography, like as you showed in the episode, you showed Alpha, your dance moves?
Yeah, no, that was all created by me. We didn't have a dance choreographer at all. That was one of the requirements of the character. So that was probably the most challenging part for me. It's like coming up with, dance routines that I could apply martial arts to, and trying to make it cool and hip, because I grew up dancing hip hop. I grew up like in Detroit, so I grew up learning the pop lock and break dance And I hadn't done that in quite some time. I went to a school of performing arts and studied jazz and tap and ballet, so I really do know dance. But I remember I would get the script. We get the script, and we're doing 2 scripts a week at a point. And I would get the script and it would say, Zach does a dance routine. And that's all it said. So it was like, okay, so Zach's the alpha hip hop keto. So hip hop keto is what I created. It's like, nobody else is gonna tell me what it is. I had to go in the room and go, okay, so I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna teach him to do this, and I'm gonna do this, and what can I make Alpha do that Alpha might be able to kind of apply, that kind of thing. And it was just a lot of fun. But yeah, it was all choreographed by me. I remember I would do a routine, and sometimes I would show the guys, and like, what do you think about this? And like, that's cool, or I had some friends that were dancers, and I would go to them and go, I gotta do this tomorrow, I'm doing this. And I have one friend, her name is Stella. She was in the pilot. She was a rhythmic gymnast. She was a Ranger punk in the pilot, the original pilot. And she's a rhythmic gymnastics world champion. And she's a dancer. So I would show it to her, and she was like, that move is whack. And I'm like, okay, let me take that one out. Try to do something else and apply something else. But yeah, it was. I had to build it. I put it together. I do it on the film, and that was a lot of fun. I think one of my proudest moments is I had the dance off with Bulk and the youth center, right?
That's
Super agile, yeah.
He can really dance.
He's really flexible.
He's very flexible. And so I had to figure out what can I do.
I do foot and mouth all the time.
Me and Austin, our mind went straight together.
Yeah.
I went to so many dark places.
He's very flexible, yes he is.
What are we talking about again? You're outside. Why don't you show us, Catherine?
I think Paulie's ears just pricked up somewhere.
Hey, he's like,
It's from Power Rangers. Catherine and Bulk fall in love.
but on this particular day, I had to do this dance off with him, and in the middle part of the routine is I did a number of turns, pirouettes. And I had only done like 3. 3 is maybe I get 4 and on this particular day I did it, and I did like 7. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Came out, did a half spin, jumped up, and was like, yes. And I nailed it. It was like, I'd never ever done that ever in my life. And they said, cut, and I was like, did you get it? Did you get it? Oh my God. And today when I look at it, I'm like, I've never done that before. I've never done it again. But it was like, the one time I did it was caught on film. How amazing.
Usually they can, or they do something where they don't get it, and they're like, do that again. You're like, no!
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Proud moment.
Yes. Young man back there. Yes.
What's that, son?
One more time. Can we do the mighty morph? You mean, can we morph?
Can we morph?
How about at the end of the
At the end, well, and you can come and work with us at the end. Yes.
We're trying to get up there. I got mine. We already did.
Right. They were like made out of foam. And like, they were scary.
And Lord said finger, I remember him point and it would be like,
It would fall. Yeah, it was like, they would tape it up.
and he smelled, because that
Yeah.
was like 20-something years old.
Yeah, those costumes are great. Like, I feel so bad for the set team because they would put those things on and like they were used in Japan and then they would send them and they weren't, you can't dry clean that. You know, and I don't think they didn't have Febreze back then. So they just had to suffer. And it would always be in the middle of summer or like in California, a hot day outside. Like they would take it off and they were just wet.
Can you imagine going home at the end of the day in your own car with that smell on your body?
You ever this is the first time meeting me?
And it was different guys that got in costumes.
You doing the cry every
Same
time?
person that always wear the costume. Imagine having
Maybe,
like,
but
still wet.
Yeah, they're still wet inside. Yeah. So those guys, they're the real heroes. You ever meet a study team member? They're the real heroes.
So there was one that kind of stupefied me, and I don't know why, because I'd seen it all, but I thought after this, I'm pretty sure I've seen it all. Like, we fought the weirdest stuff, you know, pineapple would turn into pineapple the clown, or a clown into something else, or eye guy, or, you know, I mean, like, pudgy pig,
They sound
swords,
just
and
the same.
through the rock. I mean,
This is so
like
amazing.
spicy food, you know what I mean? Dude, I felt like there was nothing that would come on a show that would blow my mind. And then I walk into ADR one day, and I'm sitting there, and I'd already filmed my portions of the show, but this was the first 40 episodes where they still were using Japanese footage for the monsters. And I'm like, all right, let me come in, you know, it'll be another 6 hours out of my day on Saturday, let me do this. And I'm sitting there, and you sit in this box, it's called an audio-digital recording. You sit in the box, put on your headphones, so everything, like you cover your ears when you talk, that's really what it sounds like. And you watch a TV screen, and the numbers pop up, and it goes, boop, 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 and then you start to sync, whatever it is you're supposed to sing. And it's easier said than done to lip sync with yourself, because when you're fighting out there for real, your energy's up high, you're sweating, ah! And then when you do ADR, you're in a freezing room, and you haven't done any fighting, and your heart rate, instead of being at 110, fighting 15 guys, your heart rate's at like 60. So matching the energy is something that takes practice and professionalism. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting myself geared up. All right, I'm gonna be fighting a bad guy, and then up pops up this pink thing with a zipper that runs from the top to the
the
bottom.
purse.
Yeah, it was a purse. So me being me in my head, I have to figure these things out. It's called reverse engineering. I'm like, okay, wait. So, because I missed the whole line, I was like, stop.
What is that?
And I'm just like raising my hands, and the other guys on the other side of the glass, they're like, and then they hit the button, they're like, are you okay? Yeah. What is that? And they're like, what is what? That! It's the burst monster. How can you even say that with a straight face? And creatively, what was happening? Like, I know there was a team of writers. The writers are writing their stuff, and they come up with I got pineapple and, the pops.
I had to create the story around these weird monsters.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in the Sentai footage, but in the episode, it was my purse that I made.
It's your fault.
Obviously, it was an interesting purse.
Wow.
Okay.
Sentai footage, what?
So then this blows my mind. Here they are. The episodes are being created, and all the guys, they've made every monster in the world, and one person's running late. And they're like, we need a new monster. We need a new monster. I don't know what monster should we use. This monster, that monster, I gotta make a monster. They're all banging their heads, drinking their coffee. They're like, man, we turned everything into a monster. And then in walks in the girl who's late. And she sets her purse down on the table, and they're like, that's it! I couldn't handle it. So that was like my one. I could never get past.
You gotta give it up though, because Japan obviously they have a sense of humor, and like they were so creative. I wouldn't, like, you're right. Who comes up with these ideas? Yeah.
That's your brain on drugs.
Yeah. You watch that original series, it feels that way.
It should have been an 80s commercial.
We did one episode, Austin and I, where we fought the Sacadillo monster. It was an armadillo monster, and then it turned into a ball, and it would roll up and down the field. So here they are. When they have this actual costume that's like a monster, like an armadillo monster. But then when it rolls into a ball, it's a separate thing. It's just like a big rubber ball, right? So we have a scene, and we're on the field teaching this kid to play soccer, and all of a sudden the armadillo monster comes up, and he's balling, he's rolling at us, and there's like two PAs running up and down the field with other on string, and it's coming at us, and we have to jump over and dive over and all this stuff. But do you know how tired those guys got? They're like,
Yeah, because they didn't look like they were running, like they didn't do that kind of stuff.
no, they had to be actively pulling the ball, and
That thing was heavy.
It was heavy. It was like huge, and it was like I think they had to run uphill with it so it could come downhill.
The real heroes, guys.
The red is crazy. It was that. I just remember that was funny.
That was like a lifetime of cardio.
I can't even imagine. Oh my God.
All right, next question.
Yeah. We digress.
What about yellow?
Oh, yeah, you.
Which one of y'all thinks that you're the most powerful?
Oh, I am. I'm the most powerful.
Let's ask.
International Women's Day yesterday.
International Women's Day. Girl power.
I think we should ask Sutherland.
Yeah.
Answer correctly, David. Answer correctly.
Yeah.
I am. Sutherland has spoken.
What's your name, by the way? What's your name?
Colson?
Colson, I'm going to teach you the most valuable lesson in life.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever the lady says is always right.
Good job, Austin St. John. A real hero.
And then,
Good job, Victor.
and then you can go hang out with the boys and discuss how you all agree, even that you were wrong, you're good with it.
Good job, Victor. I'm gonna write a total fan, and you're gonna be Victor. What's happening, guys?
I've got daughters from 45 to late 20s, and they all grew up watching you guys. They all had their favorite Power Ranger.
You trained them well.
And now I've got my granddaughter here is 8 years old, and she has a very important question.
Oh.
Yes.
What is your favorite food?
Finally, we can ask something good. We'll start over. No, you guys ask. Are you lost? Good question. Papa Z, what is it?
Chicken kebabs.
Oh, nice. I wasn't taking you for a kebab guy. Nice.
I'm just upset I only get to pick one. Probably barbecue.
That's a lie. You're smart. Like that's a lie. Yeah, that could be a whole bunch of stuff.
You know, I gotta say.
For you or cognac?
My favorite food is fried chicken. I love fried chicken. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and my family, man, my mama made the best fried chicken ever.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have a few. I would say I'm breaking the rules. My favorite is sushi.
Yes.
And I love sugar. I absolutely love desserts like chocolate. And I haven't met a chocolate I didn't like.
Yeah, she called me and was like, bring me back chocolates from Australia. And I could not get her those chocolates. I didn't. My husband ate some of them. He ate some of them. My favorite food, I'd have to say macaroni and cheese. It can be the homemade grandma kind, it can be Kraft, it doesn't matter. Noodles and cheese, that's my jam.
So I got a question, because macaroni is one of those things. I have seen people do things of macaroni that are not normal.
It's not supposed to happen.
So how many
Macaroni
people
police.
prefer your macaroni like straight, like just a mac? Okay. All right. Next question. How many people put ketchup on your mac?
Ketchup on your mac and cheese?
Okay. All right. Oh, don't.
That's like pineapple on your pizza.
Security!
Blasphemous.
How many people put ranch on your macaroni?
Security!
You haven't had the right macaroni.
Okay.
If you get your grandma's macaroni, and I know we're in Alabama, there's somebody in here that knows how to make macaroni. He knows how to make macaroni. You have his macaroni, you ain't gonna want no ranch, no ketchup. It's just give me a plate of the macaroni.
So now-
You'll want some chicken
It's
No.
That's me.
Is it?
All right. And then
Macaroni taste test.
I was in a car with an Uber driver the other day, and I can't remember where she said she grew up, but we got to talking about home cooking, and she was telling me about her grandma's soul food.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, when it comes to pizza and macaroni, you know what I put on mine? I was like, what? She's like, sugar. I was like, well, sugar makes everything better.
I know a couple people that put like a little sprinkle of sugar in there just to give it, but I like just straight up mac and
That's what
cheese.
ketchup is.
What about, has anyone ever put honey on their pizza? I thought that sounded so disgusting, but it's really
I've
good.
had a pizza, like a gourmet kind of pizza, like they put, I've had something like that
You
before.
got a great question. Everybody getting hungry now?
We haven't had lunch, obviously. We haven't had lunch. The little Red Ranger had a question. Hi. What's your question? Can you take a picture of us? Yes. Oh my goodness. When we get done, we're gonna go, I don't know if we're gonna go have lunch, but when we get back to our table, we'll take a picture with you. Yeah. You got cute. That's like, look at that face. Look at that face. And he was holding his hand for so long. No more pictures, guys. You have to put on a little Red Ranger suit and look like this cute. Be that cute.
I think we got about 15 minutes, it looks like, so.
Okay, rapid fire questions. Rapid fire. Uh-oh. All hail.
Is it a Kimberly?
Sorry. Is it a Kimberly question?
Black Ranger controversy, what is that?
I know. We're gonna add the sound effects.
Prince song controversy?
Okay, so the question is, what are my thoughts about the Black Ranger being a black actor, right? Well, the Black Panther is a black actor.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's so awesome.
Basically, this is what it boils down to. People made it into something that it wasn't, it never was. It was, I auditioned for the character Zachary Taylor. Had no idea which Ranger I was going to be. I just know when we walked into the costume room and we saw the suits, I saw the red one, I was like, oh, that's cool. I saw the black one, I was like, that's cool. That was mine. And they're like, that is yours. I was like, yeah. You know, so it would have been my preference anyway to wear a black suit. Apparently in the Japanese footage, the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger are always together. And so the Black Ranger became like the second leader. If the Red Ranger wasn't around, the Black Ranger would take over as the second lead. When they did the casting for our characters, you had Austin, you had Jason, who was the athlete, you had Zach, who was very popular and a dancer and talented or whatever. You had Billy, who was the brain. So in 1993, I was never going to be the leader. That wasn't going to happen. In 1993, it was the first time, our show was the first time they had a diversified cast, where you had different races and different people as a team working together to be superheroes. So it turned out, it just happened to be that I was the Black Ranger. In the original pilot, the Yellow Ranger was Latin. Her name was Audrey Dubois. And so I was always the Black Ranger. Audrey Dubois was Latin. So her being in the yellow costume didn't make any difference. When they hired Twee Tran to be the Yellow Ranger, it's because she was the less qualified person. She changed the essence of the cast. She had a zen quality about herself, which is not what the other girl had. The other girl was more of a tomboy. And I actually think because Twee was added to the show, it made the show click more because that essence of her, that zen essence, is exactly what we needed. We had a leader, we had an athlete, we had somebody who was super popular, we had a brand, we had the girly girl who was shopping and Valley Girl, and then we had the zen that made us all one team. It made us like zen together. It's like all these good qualities in one group made us the Megazord, right? So that's what it was.
In the pilot, so Audrey was more of a tomboy.
She's a
So
tomboy.
were her and Kimberly friends in the pilot, or was it more like she was one of the guys, or how did they work that?
The pilot was only, I mean, obviously it was only one episode, but we all had a bond, but
We didn't know each other very well.
yeah, I think the bond that we built really in the early cast, it was a little different for us because it was the beginning.
Yeah, we didn't know each other. We were like,
So we were,
somebody knew each other.
well, you and I did, but we were all thrown into something incredibly new together, unknown how it was going to be received by you. So I think that in and of itself, same thing in war, in a fire department, or in anything with his brotherhood and sisterhood, you get thrown into situations that just by the nature of it bring you closer together. I think it's been true for every generation since.
Absolutely.
But in the beginning, we had no idea what was going to happen. We didn't know if you were going to like it. We didn't even know if the pilot was going to get picked up. And I mean, to use Karen's word, it was rated G with extra cheese. I'm going to admit I had my concerns. I'm like, who is going to watch this? You know.
Kids like cheese.
We like cheese, macaroni and cheese, I'm telling you, we like cheese.
But I think with me being the Black Ranger, there's no controversy.
Yeah.
It's only controversy if you make it that way. Because as kids, you guys know, there was never one kid that came in, is it weird that you're the Black Ranger?
Yeah.
Nobody ever did that. That happened when you guys got older and TMZ came out.
And you know what I think also, we've been doing cons together for years now, and it's crazy, but every ethnicity, every body comes to the table and they're like, oh my God, you were on my favorite show. So like he said, kids didn't think about that. I know tons of kids that just liked it, but he brought up something like, it was a multicultural show, so the beautiful thing is all of you had somebody at some point that looked like you. And that is amazing, because, we didn't grow up with that, So, and we were all young, so I think that's a huge reason why Power Rangers did so well, is because, kids in our mind, I thought I was Wonder Woman. You couldn't tell me, we all were a superhero at some point. So it's like a dream come true that we actually got to play them.
Oh yeah. They in the movie they toyed with it. It's only because I think TMZ made it tried to make it into a controversy. But it was
Crazy. I didn't even know they watched it. We're gonna watch it again. Ash
Ketchum. Question.
We gotta go?
Little man.
Oh.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I gotta be the bad guy and be like, you're running over time.
Oh, okay, so we'll do 2 more questions. We'll ask Ketchum and then you pick somebody.
So we need to morph before we leave, right?
Yeah.
Sorry guys.
Where's our little guy that's going to morph with us?
Come on up, baby.
Come on up, buddy.
Ask your question and then we'll do our morph.
I have a statement. I always picked the Black Ranger when I was in kindergarten.
Hey.
We played on the playground. I chose you first every single time to do
Nice.
that. That's who I was, so I didn't pick the red or the green. That's what I'm